Hi guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm here now. How's everybody doing? Of course, I did not have time to fucking find a topic, of course, because of bullshit. But I am here now, and I'm glad to see Emily. How are you doing, Emily? How are the babies? How are the babies? I want to say how are my babies? How are my babies? But they're not my babies. The little. You know what? Oh my god, so cute. It is actually. Oh yes, yes. Please do that. Please do that. I think I can still turn myself down. I moved my microphone to the other side yesterday for technical reasons of other sort, but it is funny the name that we have for the guinea pigs, right? We also in German we also use the pig is also in there, but it's piggy instead of pig, so it's because pig is Schwein, but we say Schweinchen like in a cutesy way, so it's like piggy, right? So the direct translation of what guinea pig means in German, like in German we call them Meerschweinchen, which means, if you translate it, it means ocean piggy, which has no. Actually, it is literally one of those words like that we rarely have in German. I really have to say that. I'm not trying to like hype up but we really, most of our words really make sense. But this is one of those words of the few that really doesn't make any sense. Meerschweinchen, ocean piggy. I have no clue how this came about, but yeah, it's it's weird because it's like comparable to the animal. The name is comparable to the animal meerkat, because the meerkat has the meer also, I believe, which is also probably spelled Meer or one e, but Meer is the noun in German for ocean. So it's bizarre. Some of these things are really bizarre. So yeah, this is one of those things. Meerschweinchen, and it's such a long word. It's a long word, Meerschweinchen. Funny enough, hamster, for instance, is hamster. It's literally the same word, spelled the same way, but just pronounced a little differently. Oh, how's it going, Nate? It's been a minute. How are you? Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Oh, I gotta tell you guys, today at work was torture. It was literally what I would describe torture. Hamster. Well, the plural of hamster is hamster in German, so it's already weird again. But and ocean piggies, exactly, ocean piggies. Yeah, I'm good. I'm. When I came home today, I was very glad that I came home, because like today at work was what I would really describe as torture, as really torture. It was so torturous where I sit here and I can tell you right now that back in the times, in our Viking, in our heathen times, if my enemies would have captured me and whipped me on my back until I bled for a long time and left me to hang there in the cold dungeon, I would have actually enjoyed that, to the contrary of how work went. That would have not been torture to me. Work today was torture. It was literally torture. It, it was scheiße. It was completely beschissen, is what we would really say. Beschissen is like shit at. That is really the word. It was fucking. Oh my god. Because of two things. the first thing is that it was extremely slow. There was nothing to do all day. Banished. It's been a minute. Hey. And hey, Kelly and Florida Metal, how are you guys? And the second was, and I usually don't talk about these type of things. I usually don't, but I really just kind of have to bring that up because it was, and any female persons in here will understand. I had cramps from hell. I haven't had cramps like that in like 2 years or so, maybe a year. Once in a while I get them when, the monthly thing comes around. I'll get a cramp for a day. Oh no, this time I had it for 3 days. Today's the 3rd. And it started literally, well, it was going on for 2 days on and off. And then this morning I woke up. I was fine. I was feeling fine. I was like, all right. I get ready for work and suddenly I can feel it coming on. I'm like, no way. And then all day at work, it was so excruciating and it was so painful, and I don't like taking medication. I've mentioned this to you guys before. I don't like doing it, so I didn't. I just said, I'm gonna deal with this shit. I can do it. And then it let off about 30 minutes before I was gonna leave work, right? I was like, oh yeah, okay, well, at least now it's letting off. At least I can enjoy the rest of my night, and it's been fine, since I haven't had. But it was so painful, and I couldn't even really think about much of anything else. All right, so banished, redeemed first. So we'll do banished first. But yeah, it was really, yeah, I've had them like 2 times in my life where they were so bad that only for like a few hours each day. And those were 2 separate times. Like there was a couple of years in between where I literally laid on the couch and was just like, and it was really bad. But normally I don't really have them. That's why I was surprised that I had them like for 3 days and so bad. But it's fine. It's fine now. I can know it's fine. But it's just like, wow, it was horrible, man. There are really some people that some women are so bad they don't even come to work, and it was almost like that for me today. Almost was literally like, I think I may have to call out, but no, that ain't me. I went and I did it, and it's fine. It's fine now. It was just, I think I was kind of like past. My stuff's always irregular, hormonal things, whatever. I was past my time, and I think that is also was a trigger why this was like that this time around. You know what I mean? That the cramps were actually so bad because I was actually past my normal time. But anyway, enough of this shit that men are like, ugh. But yeah, that's why I said I can only describe today's workday as torture. So, but it's fine now. So I'm happy now. I'm not in pain. Everything's good. Real banished. Oh, anything in particular you want to inquire about banished, or just in general? Yeah, it was. And my coworker, she's like, I told her because I just wanted to tell her real quick. I didn't tell anybody else, but I wanted to tell her real quick in case she notices me acting weird. And I was like, what's wrong? So I told her, I said, I'm really like, it really hurts. She's like, oh. She's like, I don't miss that because she's older. She's like, I don't miss that. She's like, that is literally the good thing, the one good thing about getting older. Like, I don't miss that at all. I'm like, yeah. Okay, sounds good. Okay, let's begin. Okay. Knight of Wands. Okay, so looks like you may be going on a journey in a way. Could be in a metaphorical way too, like could be a journey within, or it could be a real journey. But it's also a sudden journey that you will undertake, okay? And it's connected through connected in a way of hasty decisions and impulsive behavior. Okay, so you may have like a what do you Americans say, a bug up your ass or something? Is that what you say? I don't know. Something like that. And you're like, okay, I'm going. Like you're taking a trip somewhere, or you're calling somebody. That's something that just came to me. Something that you don't usually do, and you're gonna do it, and it's just gonna be like a instant decision, and yeah, and this is a journey, a sudden journey. Okay, so let's move forward. Oh, okay. Uh-huh. The Emperor. So this is almost just expressing pretty much a mirror reflection of yourself. Strong male figure. Now I don't know your gender, but male figure. Leadership, accomplishment, and ambition. Okay, so I really do think that this is about you, and I think that this sudden journey, sudden trip, this hasty, impulsive behavior has something to do with you have a very strong character, not personality necessarily, but a very strong character, which allows you to do these impulsive things once in a while. Okay, you have a good foundation in your life, a good stable life. So Wolf Tamer, thank you. Oh shit, that shit. I gotta move that. Thank you so much, Wolf Tamer. 7 months. Look at that. You still got a bunch open, don't you? Oh yeah, you still got 3 10-card readings open with me anyway. That's so cool. Thank you so much, Wolf Tamer. Welcome. It's been a minute. I'm glad to see you. Leberwurst. Oh, Leberwurst. I would eat that. Leberwurst is something that my mom liked to put on Graubrot, like the gray bread that we eat in Germany, and then sometimes a little mustard on there. Yeah, I like to eat that back then. Yeah, yeah. I don't eat really meat anymore now, only for the wild hunt, every year. But yeah. Okay, let's move forward. I like Teewurst. Have you ever heard of the Teewurst? It's also like a meat spread, but it's a little bit different. It tastes. I love Teewurst. Teewurst is so good. Teewurst, tea sausage. Yeah, know it. Ah, I love Teewurst. Teewurst. I also like Met. You know Met? Oh, I love Met. Americans say freak out. Like, you're eating raw meat, and it's like, well, it's not really raw, but it is kind of raw. I love Met. Met is my shit. You hate Met? Oh, okay. I love it. I fucking love it. All right. Moving forward. Oh no, there is definitely trouble on the horizon here. Seemingly, the Queen of Swords inverted. That's there's something cruel and deceitful. Okay. And I can definitely understand why people would not enjoy Met, because it is like really literally chewing on it's eating like raw ground beef. That is literally what it looks like. That's what it feels like in your mouth. It's just not really what it tastes like. And it was smoked prior, but it was smoked in its skin, this meat. So when it comes out of the skin, it does look raw. It appears raw. So yeah. That sounds awful. It's delicious with some onions on it. Oh, I miss Met. I can eat Met here. You can buy the uncooked sausages, right? And you can squeeze them out of there. They have already been smoked, and so I can eat Met like that. I've eaten it a couple of times. It's a little bit upsetting for the stomach, not too upsetting, but a little bit like, but yeah, that's what we do. We Europeans, bro. We're filet. I love filet. Filet is good. Yeah, so there is cruel and deceitful and bad tempered, okay? I think this might be somebody that you will be encountering on your journey. Um no, it shouldn't have. Are you guys still seeing me? Or is it just please somebody tell me that I'm still here. Oh, okay. Maybe it was just a kind of a glitch or something. Yeah, so there's somebody cruel and deceitful coming along your way too. That's what I think it is. I don't think it's you that is the cruel and deceitful, but it is somebody. Oh, wow. Okay. Exactly, Kelly. Exactly. It's like, shutting this shit off. Okay, okay. Okay. Yeah, like I said, you can eat meat in America too. They have the sausages. They have sausages and they're in the skin, and you just squeeze that meat out of the skin. Oh God, this is so fucked right now. And then you eat it like that, and you put it on the bread with onion and everything, and you eat it like that. Because the meat is smoked already. Americans don't understand that oftentimes. Like, that's raw meat. You're eating raw meat. It's like, no, it's not. Look on the package. Yeah, it warns because it's not all the way cooked. Like, it's smoked. So that's a little bit different from being cooked. So they warn you, but you can eat it. It makes your stomach a little bit queasy, maybe. It made me a little bit, but not bad. So I love it. I eat it. Viking food. So what would we consider that? Many different delicacies. Delicatessen. Okay, Banish. This concludes you here. Okay, so. Yeah. No, but it is true. I mean, our food derives from that, if you will. And it can be very. Americans are often they're like, oh, how do you eat that? We eat the red cabbage or we eat sauerkraut, which I don't like sauerkraut at all. Because my mom forced sauerkraut on me my whole life because it has so much vitamins. Eat your sauerkraut. Blah. Fucking, disgusting. I hate sauerkraut. But I love red cabbage. Oh my God. Or Krautsalat. Krautsalat is one of my favorites. Cabbage salad. Oh, delicious. Love it. You're welcome, Bench. I hope you could, you were able to resonate with that a little bit. All right, Kelly, you're next, and then Nay is next after that. Kelly, general or anything in particular? Oh, you guys are awesome, man. You guys are all throwing out wanting readings. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. What else do we Germans eat? What about the meat salad? Yeah, we have the meat Fleischsalat. So you got like a bunch of chopped up deli meats, if you will. And it's chopped up, and then it's like mixed with like mayonnaise type stuff. And then you smear that on your bread and you eat that. What's that sound like to you, Emily? I don't like that. I can eat it. When I was a kid, I really did like to eat it. But now it's just like, or we like to eat something we call Leberkäse. Leberkäse, which means liver cheese, right? So this is literally liver from an animal, and it's like grinded so finely and then made into a patty. And then cooked and then eaten. Or, okay, here's the best one. Okay, so I like sauerkraut. Yeah, yeah, it goes hand in hand. It really. Oh, I love some Weisswurst, white sausage. I love white sausage. So delicious. Lebkuchen, yeah, Lebkuchen. Oh yeah, it's so good. No, so here's probably the weirdest food that we eat in Germany. I would say for people like on the outside is a Blutwurst. Blutwurst means literally blood sausage, and it is literally blood as a sausage, and you eat that. You can either like other sausage, you slice it up and eat it, or you slice it and put it on a bread and eat it. But it is blood sausage. Yeah, Blutwurst. And I can tell you the one thing about this: I have never eaten Blutwurst. Mm-mm. That was never something like I don't even think my mom ate that. And my mom was one of those people. She'd eat chicken heart and chicken liver just like this. She just cook it a little bit and then eat it. I mean, it's chicken, so you gotta cook it all the way through. But then, like, as soon as it was cooked through, it was still like jiggly and blah, blah, blah. And it'd be like on the plate. And Mom was like, "You want some?" And I'm like, what is this?" And she's like, "Oh, it's just chicken heart and chicken liver." I'm like, "Mom, I can smell that stinking liver. Ah, I can't eat that shit. No way. Liver is just so, it's high in iron, though. Because, the blood. But, anyway. Leberkäse. Oh, okay. Yeah, I never knew that. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Blutwurst. Yeah, like, yeah, blood pudding. Yeah, black pudding. Yeah. You're eating this, Emily? You're eating this shit? We are animals. Heathens. We are literally fucking beasts. Okay. We had who's next now? That was Kelly. Kelly said general. I did read that. Wir Europäer. Cruel and deceitful. Cruel and deceitful. Who is that? Somebody. Something. Some entity about you. Cruel and deceitful. That is definitely happening. Bad-tempered. There's a bad-tempered energy around you. I don't think it's you. I don't think it's you, the bad-tempered energy. But there's some energy around you. Could be a person. Could be literally an entity that is cruel, deceitful, and has problems. Maybe something connected to somebody that you're connected to. Could be. Or could be something that could still be coming. Something like that. I don't know. Maybe it's a person that you see daily, but that you don't really interact much, so you don't know that they're cruel and deceitful. Possibility. Lost Italian meme? What is that? Let's move on. Ah, okay. This is good. So the Four of Swords inverted. This is talking about... okay. So the inverted Four of Swords is expressing you coming out of... I don't know. It's been literally over 20 years since I've seen that movie. Not gonna lie. This is talking about how you're kind of you have renewed vigor. Okay, there's renewed vigor and sort of a return to daily life and events and more activity. Almost like you took kind of a rest, maybe from something in particular, or maybe just in general, but you took a sort of a pause, a rest, and you came out of it with renewed strength, renewed vigor, and you're back to your activities, your daily activities, back to socializing with people, or it could be something in particular that you're back to doing that you had kind of put a pause to for a little bit. All right, let's move on. Oh, that's such a good feeling. Yeah, activity. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, yeah. Is it what room is your altar in your house? I don't know, I don't know your living situation. I don't know if you just have, I don't know. Yeah, mine too. Yeah, obviously. Yeah. My bad. My altar. Oh, you have a dollhouse? I had like a little tiny obsession for like a month about getting a dollhouse a couple years back. I really wanted one, but I never got one. But yeah, I like that. That's really nice. Okay, so the last one here is the Ten of Wands. And this is talking about there's a really heavy burden that you're carrying with you. And it seems to be something that you've been carrying pretty much forever. Um, and it does, so at times it feels oppressive to you, but you are able to handle it. But it can really bring you stress at certain times. So it is something that's just hovering over you like a cloud at all times. But you have a warrior type, spirit. So you're able to undergo this type of thing where other people might even fold under this kind of pressure. You're one of those people that it is just something that is part of your life, and you just carry it, and it is just kind of like second nature to you. Oh, for the cats. Oh my god, the bears. I call my cats bears. I don't know. It's like a thing. My baby bears is what I don't know. So I call literally pretty much all animals bears. If I see an animal which I find cute, which it always happens because I find all animals cute, I'd be, what a bear! I don't know why, just bear. Because bears are like, who doesn't like a little tiny cub, like a baby bear? A baby bear is like one of the cutest animals when they run around like that and their floppy ears and stuff and their skin is all moving back and forth because they're still so babies. I love it. So I call everything a baby bear. Okay, okay. Gotcha. I understand. Yeah, I see the picture. I'm like, oh my god, look at those bears. They're not bears. My brother really like, how my brother is, Emily. You're like, Jenny, they're not bears. And it's like, but they are bears. No, they're not. Oh shit. Oh, sorry. I'm just hyped to see you guys. I had a rough kind of evening a little bit, so a little bit stressy, messy, depressy. So I'm glad to be here. So next up we have Nay. Nay is next up. If Nay is still here, I hope Nay is still here. Great conversation though, guys. I love it. Really cool. Oh my god. Yeah, I knew you were. Yeah, Emily is like, they're not bears. It's like, I know they're not fucking bears. I'm calling them bears anyway. Damn it. Leberwurst with cucumber? That's so. I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't be disgusted by it because a cucumber is really just like it's percentage wise mainly water, really, right? So it's like the taste is very mild. So I don't think it would interfere or make it gross. But I don't know if I don't know. I don't know if I would like enjoy it. I think it would just be kind of like me to me. But that's cool though. Oh, the Leberkäse. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I still kind of, I feel kind of still the same about that, I think. But yeah, the cats, oh my god, they will love that. They will love that shit. Oh my god. My cat got accidentally because somebody left a thing of bologna. I forget now what we call it in German, bologna. Can you believe that? It's some kind of Wurst, of course. Wurst. Um, oh, Kevin is streaming right now. Dungeon? Oh my god, I would totally play with him right now. What the hell? I'm gonna have to look that up. Can you believe that shit? I have to look up a love reading? Okay, that's fine. That's totally fine. What we were talking about? What was it? A baloney. Ah, there's not even a word. Well, it's Wurst, but anyway, somebody left the package there, left the package out. Next thing you know, my cat drags the whole. One of my cats drags the whole package all over the house. I'm like, what has he got there? And he's trying to open it up to go in there and get the last piece of the bologna out of there. Oh my god, no! That's not. It's not too bad, but there's like things in there that's harmful for the cats too, like garlic and stuff like that. It's not good. So it's like, you know, cats should really. I mean, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, Emily, but I really am a firm believer, and my mom always did the same thing. Like feeding the animals human food is not really good. You know, it's not really something that should happen, I think. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's not even the worst part. I'm sorry. I had to. It was there. I had to do it. I had to do it. Yeah, exactly. It any of these. That's why I says human food. That's why I said that. Has so much sodium and all of these chemicals in there that I can only think that this is not good for animals. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can. Yeah, that's okay. You know, as a treat, maybe. You know, like quick, like every couple months or so. But like, I know people that literally fucking like just empty their plates and the dog just eats human food and nothing else. And I'm like, I don't think, I don't think that's good. But I'm not a veterinarian. I don't know. Okay, Nay, let's see about your love. If the cards will tell us, you know how this goes. It can tell us other things too. So, mm. Seven of Wands inverted. So there's something you. It seems like you're kind of doubting yourself. I think this may have to do with this love thing. You're doubting maybe the path you're taking there. Um, it's kind of hmm. I think maybe you're having a hard time in interpreting what's going on there with this other person. If there even is another person, because you feel lost in a sense, and you feel self-doubt, and you don't believe in yourself. Maybe you don't believe that you're going to find somebody, or maybe you believe that you might not be worthy. This could be one of those things. or you cannot know how to approach the situation. So you're kind of like fragile there, and you're a little bit shaky, and you're not really, you're not really um, concrete on how you want to approach the situation. Okay, so there's self doubt there. Moving on. Okay, this is not bad. The high priestess. So when it comes to yourself, you are a woman of yourself. You are not in need of any or a person. I shouldn't. I keep doing that shit. A person of your own, okay? But there's definitely a feminine, uh, you know, um, aura. Um, but you are very wise. It's a supreme knowledge and intuition. And you're kind of like wise beyond your years and virtuous and scholarly. Okay, so you have really good things going for you. So you as a person, you are very established and you're a very well-rounded person. Um, that is a strong character. That is a strong character. Now, don't misinterpret what I'm about to say. I'm going to explain that. This is a character with a big ego. People, I don't. People always think that a big ego is the wrong thing because it leads to self-centeredness. It leads to selfishness, narcissism, all of these things. No, that's actually the opposite way around. A big ego means that just ego. This is the Latin word for yourself, pretty much. So it is like you're so strong in character that you don't have to rely on these things. You don't have to rely on being selfish and self-centered and narcissist. You are serene and like divine in yourself, okay, because you have a big good and healthy ego, okay. So that is how in the satanic view is that's what Satanism views an ego as. Now, when you talk to the normie person, to the regular person, they'll say, "Oh, he's got a big ego," or "She's got a big ego," and it is in a negative sense. Oh my God! Thank you, Kelly. Woo! Thank you so much. Yay! Thank you. Oh my God. Yeah. So either way, your ego is healthy. It's fine. It's fine. You are a strong character, a good character. My point was because of your strong and well-rounded character, you are self-conscious and you are very conscious and cognitive. So you doubt yourself. You doubt yourself because you want to remain this good and serene character, but you doubt yourself. You don't want to misstep. You don't want to make the wrong choices to mess somebody else up, to mess yourself up, all of these things. It just makes sense to me. You're trying to keep it kosher and you're trying to keep your life peaceful, not just for yourself, but for others as well. Okay, so let's move on here. Oh my God. Okay, so the Ten of Swords inverted. This is actually really good. So, directly spoken, your love life, it looks like situations will improve regardless of how you may feel with your insecurity of some sort, or your your doubt in your own ability. Your situation will improve and you will get a slight edge over your hardships, and there will be a pause in calamity. Okay, so it looks like there will be things that will start to happen. It's like water is starting to boil, like the blood is starting to boil, and it's in a good way. Things are starting to move, things are starting to happen. So this is good. Things will be looking up in your love life in a good way. Things will start moving and becoming and evolving. Okay, so that concludes you here, Nay. I hope that was that you were able to resonate with that a little bit. And thank you again, Kelly. So cool. I got it because I changed my whole screen around. just a couple of weeks ago. I never changed the notification when somebody. You're welcome, Nay. You're welcome. Good, good. I think you have great things coming your way. To have the High Priestess as a card is very. That is very meaningful. That's one of those cards that's very spiritually meaningful. And when you have this type of thing, then you know, it's like tentacles that will spread out from you to more things, and things will come for you, and I don't know, in a good way. that not things will come for you, but good things will come to you. You know, sometimes you guys really must, you know, excuse me, because sometimes I do fucking like, especially when there's somebody European in the chat, then I immediately switch back into this mode where I my phrasing will be a little bit disrupted, because now I will I will say the English words, but I will phrase it in like in a European way, in a German way. Also, sometimes I will then translate the words. I will use different words because we use different words. I don't know how to explain. I don't know if that makes sense, but. Oh, no. What? Are you serious? No. Oh, no. That is just, I cannot do that. Oh, no. I like milk. I really like milk in my cereal, you know, these type of things. But when I never drink milk after a meal. I find that so disgusting. The only time I will drink just milk after a meal is if I eat Kinderschokolade, the certain type of European chocolate. I know you know what that is, Kelly. Kinderschokolade or Milka-Schokolade. When I eat that chocolate, I get this. Or when I eat Nutella. So the certain types of European chocolate, when I eat that, then I have this immediate craving afterwards. I have to drink the milk. I have to drink that after that, you know. But other than that, I can't. Not after a hearty meal, milk. Oh my God. Kinder is too sweet for you? Oh, I love it. I love Kinder. They just got it here now in the U.S. They just got it. My brother's like, look what they got. And he sent me a picture and everything. I was like, Kinder is here. Finally, Ferraro. You know, it's an Italian company, Ferraro. But I think they're from Ferraro. I think Kinder is Ferraro. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's nice. It's really nice. But yeah, Americans really like... This is a really big thing. Please correct me. Any Americans in chat, correct me if I'm wrong. But what I have witnessed and experienced is Americans love milk. Milk is huge in America. And they will drink milk. They make this like a thing. Like the mom will say, you will drink your milk with your meal. Like a dinner. Like a fucking steak dinner with potatoes and fucking broccoli. And the mom will be like, drink your milk. And it's like, milk is for morning time. I don't know why you would want to. No, you drink a glass of soda with your dinner, or an iced tea, or water. Fucking milk? Oh, no. Oh my God. So Kinder Bueno has already been here for years. Kinder Bueno has been here. But the Kinder Schokolade, the actual like chocolate bars with they have come here now. But the Kinder Maxi, oh my God. I love that with the nuts and everything and the caramel on the inside. They don't have that here. They also don't have the Kinder Penguin. You know the Kinder Penguin, the cold one too? That's one of my favorite ones. They don't have that here. But one time... No, I believe... See, you think what we are doing is gross, and I think what you're doing is gross. So we can, at least we can agree that we find each other's meals gross. One time, I visited it was like this whole round trip thing, And I think it was in South Carolina. It was in South Carolina. Random Dollar General. Went in there with my guy at the time, and we were renting a cabin and everything. And there was like a hot tub, and it was awesome. It was really awesome. And I was like, if we have a hot tub, we need to buy ourselves like the what do you call it? Like the bathrobes. We didn't have those. They didn't provide those. It was a cabin, with a hot tub, but they didn't provide anything like that because you were literally renting this house, so they had nothing really in there. And he said, "Yeah, okay, you're right." So we went into the Dollar General, and you're like, it's like any Dollar General in the U.S. And it was mostly. We found our little stupid bathrobes, whatever. And then I go into the cool section, and like in the cold section, and what do I see there on the package? It looks just like Kinder Pinguin, and I'm like, is this really Kinder Penguin right here right now? There's no way. Like, it didn't say Kinder. It wasn't the Kinder brand, but the candy, like the chocolate, looked exactly like it. The package, like, I literally felt the package. I felt like kind of like, was it squishy? Like, I'm like, feels like the same texture. I'm like, I'm buying that. I think that's it. And I bought it, and it was literally Kinder Penguin, a knockoff brand. But this is in South Carolina. They don't have that here in Florida in the Dollar General. They don't have it. So it's like, great. So now that shit's regional too. So it's like, many things, food-wise and drink-wise that I really miss from Europe. Like real grape juice. Actual grape juice. You cannot find it here. It is absolutely atrocious what they have here, what they call grape juice. It's like, what is that? Grape juice was one of my favorite things to drink in Germany. And here they really don't have real grape juice. It's non-existent. We are all gross, exactly, in our own way. Oh my God! Yeah, it's Nicolas. Well, for me, it's Nicolas tomorrow. Well, tonight at 12 is Nicolas. Oh, that's so nice. I keep forgetting about Nicolas. Saint Nicolas. Yeah. For anybody, I will explain Saint Nicolas. It's actually really cute. At least how I grew up in Germany, how we did it. Yeah. I mean, oh, I can't even, like, it's horrible. This grape juice here is horrible. No, see, that's the thing. I don't know that Belznickel thing. I don't know, but the Knecht Ruprecht. Mama. But Knecht Ruprecht is not the equivalent to Krampus now, is it? Or is it like the same thing, right? Krampus or Krampus and Knecht Ruprecht, or is it two different things? You got me thinking now, because I haven't even heard the term Knecht Ruprecht in a long time. But Knecht Ruprecht was what we always did. That was always our thing. But the Knecht Ruprecht. Okay, yeah. Let me see. Christkindl. Knecht. Okay. So the way we did it. Okay, so I'm reading here now. Knecht Ruprecht is a companion of Saint Nicholas. Nicholas, we call him Nikolaus, but whatever. As described in the folklore of Germany, he's the most popular gift-bringing character in Germany after Saint Nikolaus. Christkindl and der Weihnachtsmann but it's virtually unknown outside the country. Okay, so let me just explain how we celebrated it, how my mother did it. Mainly my dad, that's the dad. The dad just goes along. My dad was Serbian Orthodox. My dad was from Serbia. He didn't, for him it was, they don't celebrate Christmas until January anyway, right? So it's totally different. But my dad was an atheist, really. He didn't really believe in any of that stuff anyway, So, the way we did it is on Nikolaus Tag, which we always celebrated December 6th in the morning. I would wake up in my room and I would open my door of my bedroom, and on the ground by my door would be a boot, and it would usually be like a red boot, like a Santa Claus or Nikolaus, Weihnachtsmann, whatever boot, and it would have a bunch of candy stuffed in it. Bunch of candy. But now, I told you guys before, like, I came from a little bit more wealthy family, so there was also toys all around and all kinds of other shit, right? So that was then Nikolaus. That concluded Nikolaus Tag. Weihnachten, Yule or Christmas, whatever you want to call. Racist knockoffs. Oh God. That's hilarious. Okay, so Weihnachten, which means like geweiht. So yeah, Weih and then Nacht means night, so the holy night. But Weihnachten, it does still, even the word Weihnachten, Christmas, the German word for Christmas, I should say, even Weihnachten, Weihen, still comes from the pagan tradition that is still pagan, even that word. So because my family was not religious at all. Like, my mother was atheist, my father was an atheist. There was nothing like church, none of that stuff. My parents were both people of science. They said, like, that's it. My mom always was like very my mom was, I cannot say she was spiritual. No, she wasn't spiritual, but my mother always knew that there were forces that was always her sentence, and I dedicated that in actually my own grimoire. I cannot. Oh, hi, Meryl. How are you? My own, black book. I forget the name now. My own grimoire, whatever you want to call it. I dedicated this. She would always say the certain thing. She would always say, es gibt Dinge zwischen Himmel und der Erde, die nicht zu erklären sind. Which means, translated, there are things between the sky and the earth that are not explainable. And I always change this after she died to as of yet, right? Because we know alchemy, we understand magic. These things are just undiscovered sciences, yet to be discovered sciences, if you will, right? Yet to be discovered elements, particles, etc., energies, whatever else. Yeah, Mary, you just have to, if you want a 3-card reading, you just have to redeem it with the crystals down there. 10-card reading is the bits, and 1-card reading, you can just say you want a 1-card reading. Okay, so anyway, so the point was, so the way we celebrated was that the Christmas decorations came up a couple weeks before Christmas, right? But the big day in Christmas in Germany, and how I grew up in my region, was the 24th of December. Christmas Eve is the really most important day. Christmas Day is already kind of okay, you still kind of celebrate that maybe with your closer family, but it is okay if you go somewhere else already on Christmas Day, kind of celebrating it with a little bit of outer family. And then we have a second day of Christmas. That's 26th. We literally celebrate 3 days of Christmas. Okay, Kelly. Perfect. Let me just shuffle that for you, Meryl, okay? Yeah, German witches. Yeah. Velour, whatever. So anyway, so the decorations in general would be put up like a couple of weeks before Christmas. And now the Christmas tree itself would not be put up until the 24th. Literally. The Christmas tree would be put up and decorated. And the way my parents did it, it was we okay, ads. I'll shut up then. Until the ads are gone. I love reading. Okay. Alright, let me know when you're back, Meryl. Oh, well, if you still have ads, you can't let me know now, can you? Somebody let me know if I'm back from ads, please. I cannot. No, I already did that. Okay. No, it was just Nay, and I already gave Nay their reading. Okay, so let me just shuffle this mirror and explain this real quick, and then I will give you the Yeah, that's exactly, Kelly. Yeah, that was my first thought. I was like, what? Never heard that shit before. Yeah, Christian propaganda. There you go. Okay, so then it was like this. My parents had like this whole fucking like ritual thing, you know, not like ritual like what I do, but you know, in a sense. So it was like, okay, you kids have to go upstairs now, and yeah, yeah, ask Jesus. It's all year round thing. That's good. Okay, so so my brother and I literally had to go upstairs, and we were allowed for this time. We were allowed to be in my parents' bedroom, which was like off limits normally. We were not really allowed in there, but we were totally allowed, and it was like a kind of like a thing, you know, like a normal thing, a traditional thing that my brother and I, we would like jump on the bed and for a little while, and then we would lay on the bed and we would watch the Muppets, the Christmas special Muppets, right? On my parents' small ass TV, because it was the fucking 90s. And we had to be up there, and I shit you guys not. Like, sometimes we were up there for like 2 or 3 hours, right? And it was the rule, until you hear the little bell, ding, 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 you cannot come downstairs. It was fucking forbidden. Like, it was not allowed, okay? So it was like, sometimes we would be like, sometimes we'd get really impatient when it takes like really long time, and then we would go to the edge of the stairs upstairs and be like, Mom, Dad, can we come down? They're like, no. Did you hear the bell? No. Then you cannot come down. And we're like, oh God. And it was the Christkind, the Christ child, right? The Christ child is the translation for this. Now the Christ child comes and brings the presents. The Christ child is described as like it's like a little angel. It's an angel with the wings and with like the long yellow or white locks, and it's the Christ child brings the gifts. You know, it's more of a like an angel that comes. Then we never did the Santa Claus. We never did the fucking like whatever else. We never did that. It was always the Christ child, right? And it was like because I had these really bad night terrors for 10 years of my life. My parents really avoided for me to have any kind of contact with any kind of creepy shit. So Krampus was something that was never talked about in our family. That was never something that was talked about because my mother felt it was too scary to bring up. But there was one time for Christmas where I literally was presented with the thing of just what do you call it, the little sticks that you can, they call them switches in America, and it was a bundle of those, and it was sitting there for Christmas, and there were no gifts, right? And my mom was like, this here, and she didn't say Krampus though. The way it was that Knecht Ruprecht had come and had just brought the switches, and it's a symbol that you were really bad, and you got only the switches, the sticks. You know, you could either get those or you would get coal, right? Coal. And you could only get the switches and the sticks because you were really bad. And I was fucking like, I can remember how fucking, I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God, oh my God. But then my mother saw my face and understood I got the point. And then she took them away. She's like, okay, now that you know how devastating this is, here are your presents. I'm like, okay. And it was so crazy because I really thought, because she let me believe that for a little while, for like maybe 30, 45 minutes, she let me believe that all I got was those fucking sticks because I was such a little asshole. But then I got my gifts, right? We do say Christus with a U though. I if I remember correctly, Christus. But yeah, sometimes, yeah. Okay, wait. Let me read what you said here, Kelly. It melted. That's hilarious. Okay, so Mara, trust me, I'm not forgetting you, but I do want to finish the story. Okay, so then that was just a side. That's Knecht Ruprecht. So my mother always presented like Sankt Nikolaus was Santa Claus and brought the candy and the little stuff. Okay, Knecht Ruprecht was the friend of Nikolaus. If you were bad, then Nikolaus would tell Knecht Ruprecht you're getting the switches and the sticks and the coal and the garbage, you know? Okay. Now, the Christkind, the Christ child, was the one that was decorating the tree and the one that was putting the presents under the tree. But, you know, because my brother and I, we were little shits, there was one Christmas where we sat at the stairs and we were like, let's just listen. Like, maybe we can hear the Christ child talk. Because, you know, we really believed that shit. We really thought... Because my parents made this so wondrous and special and so, like, you believed. You really believed there was just a little angel that came and did all that. When I tell you how it was. So we were listening at the stairs, and I'm like, Kevin, I can hear Uncle Peter. My uncle from Hungary on my dad's side. My dad's sister's husband. I could hear him talk to my parents. I'm like, so Uncle Peter's here. Uncle Peter's here. Why is Uncle Peter here? Because, like, when we came down then, you know, when the bell finally rang, we came down, Uncle Peter was gone. Like, okay, Uncle Peter brought the present. Because we are thinking, there's no way it's an angel. We've never seen, like, it's not an angel. There's not an angel, right? Somebody's doing the whatever. But I think Uncle Peter just came to visit. I don't know. It was weird. It was really weird. Okay, yeah, you caught your parent, yeah. So, but this is how it really fucking went every year, and it was so magical is really the term, right? Then we would know. Okay, it's been like 2 hours or so, right? I'm like, that bell's got to be ringing soon. So we start kind of being quieter, and we're not playing so loud and yelling. I'm like, it's got to be soon. It's got to be soon, and then we hear ding 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 downstairs. We're like, And we're running downstairs and we're freaking out and we go into the living room and my parents would have that whole tree just perfect. Tradition in our family is everything silver on the tree. Everything silver. Silver, everything. Lights, white, no colorful. In Europe, we don't do that fucking colorful light shit. Not where I'm from. It's white lights. Regular, just lights. My mother had candles lit everywhere. It was smelling because she would take a piece off of the Christmas tree and then light it on fire and put it in a little thing and it would smell. And then they did the really great addition that made it so believable. My mother had bought like this, it was like a shiny white hair type, like fake hair. And kind of like wrapped it around the tree. And that was just another part of the tree. And my mom would be like, come here, kids, look. And she would touch the hair and she would let us touch it. She's like, look, that is the Christ child hair. The Christ child left a little bit of their hair here. And we're looking at that, we're, whoa, this is a real angel's hair. You know what I mean? It was so fucking magical. And all these presents there, and it was the best. My parents did the fucking, I know most of my mom did it, but I know my dad did help too while he was like drinking beer or whatever. My mom was drinking beer while she was doing it, but like it was so wonderful. It was the best. So now I have kind of adapted a little bit. Now I don't have kids, right? So I don't, but I have kind of like adopted the whole thing of the Americans where I put up my Christmas tree already like prior, to the 24th. I find it kind of like stupid in this way to put up my Christmas tree on the 24th. I just put it up like on, I don't know. I've had it up for like a week or so now. So on like the 1st of December or something, I put it up, That's okay. But the Christmas presents, I really am bringing the pagan traditions back. I celebrate my main day on the 21st. That's how I do it. I really want to convert this around to the original times again, and bring it away from. But I do it pretty much throughout the whole month of December is my celebratory, winter solstice, Yule tide, whatever you want to call it, the wild hunt. So throughout December, all the whole time. All right, Meryl, love reading. I got you now. I just wanted to. Frau Holle, yeah, okay, that makes sense, yeah. Yeah, for me it is really like something I can intuitively feel that it is the right thing to do. I've always been a flesh eater. My parents it was always something, and I've always felt that this warrior type nature was always in my family. That was always huge. It was so big that all the other things, like, where I told you the other time that I know my roots lay with the Vanir, that has been neglected very much throughout my life, because of the warrior nature that my parents both really portrayed and really drilled onto me. That's why the first one I was able to connect to, was Vuotan, Odin, even Thor as well, and then after further finding myself in research, I understood that it was not the only thing, but when it comes to that, I really feel that this is the necessary approach for me to celebrate that holiday, because that is the, rather the aggressive and the brutal nature of myself, and the carnal and honest nature of myself, as a warrior as well, so Velkalan. Oh, who told you that, assholes? Yeah, Ragnarok. Yeah, the world will turn upside down. And I believe it probably has already happened multiple times as it is portrayed, and it will so happen again. And it is only always devastating to, mostly devastating, really, to the humans. Of course, other creatures affected, but it is in a different way because we are so conscious. So we are going to be so affected by it, and we're going to fight. Whereas when you're really uh, in with nature, you must be, and you are naturally just more accepting. When you can lead your spirit and your soul to become one and serene with the inevitable of everything that occurs to you, everything that doesn't occur to you. It's inevitable. It was always supposed to be like that. That's your destiny. That is your fate. And it is not bound by a man with a long beard in the sky that does it, be it Odin or God, the Christian God, whoever you want to call it. But it is woven into something else, and these are the things that we're trying to find out. Yeah, 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 yeah. Love reading, love reading. Very good. This, the Emperor. This is a reflection. We're getting same cards a lot today again. We're getting the reflection of a strong male figure, leadership, accomplishment, and ambition. Okay, so this is kind of a representation of yourself. So it seems, um, which is really good. It is a very good thing. Um, so you are not shaky in who you are, and that's a big, not many can say that. You are very strong. You have a very strong character, and you're very secure in who you are. Okay, so this so far is not really related to love, but in a sense, you can take from it that that you, because of who you are, you will not settle, and you will be observant, and you will find the right person for you. Let's move forward. Yeah, look at that. 10 of Cups right here. Perfect. This is talking about a family union, a family reunion, even if you uh, want to think so. Family devotion, loving and peaceful surroundings. So that's really good. So that doesn't always in home life. Okay, so um like I always tell people too, with when they get a romantic card, or a romantic card in quotes, a card that you would mostly and maybe immediately interpret as a romantic card, like with lovers and stuff. It doesn't always mean that. Okay, it can also mean a friend or a family member, or just somebody you love platonically and are close to, right? So I can say the same thing about this card here. This card is normally, you would immediately interpret it as a, family, close to the family member, whatever. Doesn't have to mean that. There's going to be a reunion with somebody. You're going to be feeling close and very comfortable and happy and content, and almost like there will be a warmth with either one person or multiple people. Could be friends, could be family, could be a lover. But there's definitely going to be something like very beautiful happening with, union or even reunion, somebody that you haven't seen. Yeah, love. There will be love, a sense of love with somebody. Okay, so that's definitely already established. Oh. Mm. But there is somebody that's unhappy, very unhappy. There's a loneliness, and there's an anxiety and sadness. A widow, even. Someone carrying a burden. So, I mean, that could be disconnected. That could be a person separate from your occurrences. But I think that this person portrayed here will be the person that you will find and maybe be able to mend a little bit in that way. Okay. The person that you will be close to is a person that is very lonely and has anxiety and sadness and is carrying a burden, but because there will be this unity with you in a sense, it will help this person with their inner turmoil. Okay, so I don't think that's related to you. I think that's related to another person. This is you. Hmm. Possibly. Yeah, I could say that that's a possibility because, like I said, this card is about family, right? Family is close to you, even if you don't see family often. But now, if you want to consider somebody family that's not actually blood related, in order to really do so, you must be seeing them on a very frequent basis, right? To be able to call them family. So, could be, yeah, it could be. It is possible. So that concludes you here, Meryl. And I was gonna say, it reminds me of the one of my favorite anime movies of all time is Princess Mononoke, and yeah, could be, could definitely be. And there's the character, the big mom, the wolf mom, and whenever I see your name Meryl, but it just dawned on me the wolf's name is not Meryl, the wolf's name is Marrow, but it reminds me of that. You're welcome, Meryl. You're welcome. I wish you good luck. I hope something will really come out. It looks like it will. It you know could be really with that particular person that I guess you're really thinking about, but could also be with somebody else. But it looks like something will definitely happen for you. So that's really good. Ooh, yeah. It's about time, guys. It is about time for me. What a great stream again, guys. Wow. I really like you guys have been so interactive, or active, whatever. Um Kelly, really great. You're really bringing good topics to the table. You're very knowledgeable, and I like that because I know that a lot of people that come in here, are new to these external things outside of like indoctrinated religions. Because a lot of people are still very much anchored in Christianity and things like that, and it is really refreshing to have other people. I know a lot of people that come in here are not, but are also young a lot of times and getting newly into these other things like paganism and Satanism and all of that other stuff. So relatively new, they are more asking questions and trying to figure out. But I really like when I have somebody in here that maybe even knows more than me and can say these things, and then I can bounce off of it. It's really awesome. I really love that. So I really appreciate you for being so active and bringing many topics. Is really good because even this discussion about Christmas that we just had, Yule, is Krachun in my Slavic heritage is Krachun. Um, then that is also, this is of pagan origin. We have to bring that back to the people. I do think that a lot of these things that I think that I try to do is be a messenger. I try to do that with my band when we perform. I want people to ask questions. I want people to say, "So what's this all about?" And it's like, and I really want people to understand that, you know, learn of the origin of things, learn, go as far back as you can, because that's what historians, archaeologists, anthropologists, that's what they all do, because that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to, first of all, we're trying to figure out what is this all about, all of it pretty much, right? So in order to do that, we have to do a couple of things. We have to go out, right, up there as far as we can, but we also have to go back, because we have to look at where it all started, and I do think it's so crucial that all of us need to learn about our heritages, because yeah, I'm not against being a union with everybody, people always misunderstand or misinterpret that, but it's more like we should also know what our ancestors were about, we should know that thousands of years, our ancestors, every one of us that's alive today, that, is here or is alive at all on this planet, is here because of thousands of years of their ancestors, our ancestors, surviving wars, battles, diseases, fighting for survival in order for us to be born thousands of years later, as the descendants of these humans, and my really deeply rooted belief is that the whole thing, about meditative states, gnostic states, about manifestation, magic, whatever you want to call it, we all have that in us. Clairvoyance, we have that in us. That was something given to us. That was something that was always in our DNA, always flowed in our blood from our ancestors that practiced this on a daily basis. It wasn't something where there was scheduled, you go to church on Sundays. No, the gods, magic, the esotericism of everything around them was a daily factor in their lives. That was how they lived their lives. That's how they were able to connect and be in this divine state as they were when they lived. And I think we have really lost touch with that. And I do think because it's part of our heritage, everybody should learn about their heritage because it is part of history. And in 100 years from now, it may become super wishy-washy, and people can't even remember where their grandparents were from, or what was their language, and I think that's awful. I think that's awful because these things are so, to me, so miraculous and so wondrous how this all occurred, that you have languages, for instance, good example, German and Serbian, the both languages I grew up with, German and Serbian. They are completely different languages. Both cultures are so completely different from each other. Even down to the mannerisms of the people, the looks of the people, of the faces. So there are and it's so cool. I love that because I'm a very observant person when it comes to these things. I'm a watcher. I like watching things. And I like to see these things. Asian people, look at what Asian people, for instance, look like. That's so unique. Why is that like that? These are things and that's all in history. And scientists have fought years and years and, devoted their lives to uncover these secrets about these past, traditions, cultures, heritages, religions. So we should embrace that. I think it's great. And I think we should bring to the people that, Christmas started with us. Started with the heathens, with the pagan people. It started with us. It started probably before that. Before there was even a concept of anything like that. But there was also always a concept of something. Even at the cradle of the civilization in Sumeria, there was already a concept of something. And that, that is very interesting and intriguing to know, So, and we have carried this on, So it's really cool. Yeah, exactly. I knew that. I didn't know the name Pashton, but yes. Yeah. Yeah, campus. Yeah, that was not really allowed. That was not really allowed to. I was also not allowed to watch these certain movies like The Dark Crystal, because the Skeksis, they were so scary looking, and Labyrinth. I wasn't allowed to watch that because it was scary. My mom really tried to keep me from any of these triggers. Um. Oh, oh, okay. Yeah, campus. Yeah. Yeah, now, of course, I am too. Hi, Zagros, by the way. Pertja. Frau Holle. Yeah, Frau Holle was a big thing. My mom often talked about Frau Holle. Yeah. She would shake out the pillows out of the window, and it would bring the snow, and it was Frau Holle mit der Wolle. Because the wool would fall out of the pillows, and yeah, that, is the story, how I remember that. My mom would watch the movie from the 30s or whenever it first was recorded of Frau Holle. But we have also all these stories, We have the Gebrüder Grimm. Yeah, Zagrus. Yeah, Zagrus knows. He knows what to do. Kelly is awesome here. Kelly has been coming in here, and we've been having some. She's from the Netherlands, so she's like my neighbor, technically from Germany. So we've been having some really good conversation about European customs, if you will. So it's been really cool. But yeah, we have all these stories. We have the stories. We have Rumpelstilzchen, Hänsel und Gretel. That's all from us, Schneewittchen. Schneewittchen. We did that. And then Disney's like, nope. It's ours. It's like, no, bitch, Schneewittchen is ours, assholes. Everything. Rapunzel, natürlich. Of course. Rapunzel. Everything. One of my favorite ones of the stories like this is the Der Wolf und die sieben Geißlein, which again is one of these things where we cutesy the word goats. We make the word goat sound more cute. So it's the wolf and the seven little goats. Cute, like goatsies, right? So, and it's all about the wolf coming to eat the little goats. Because, all of our stories are so grim. The Brothers Grimm, Gebrüder Grimm. They're very grim and always about, because there's always a moral and a lesson behind. Rumpelstilzchen is probably one of the craziest, with the goat, and he gets so angry and he gets swallowed by the earth because he gets so angry, and it's just and he's this little troll looking with the hair all fucking sticking out, and yeah, we have these stories, and they all have morals, and they all because I think it is good in a way, because it teaches the children very early on that life can be very grim, and whether you cause it, whether you want it, whether anything, it can be very, very grim, and you must keep that up there. Not be afraid or scared, but just know that, just know that can happen, and that you cannot falter under these circumstances. That what makes us the warriors so much, the Germanic people, which we are the Germanic people. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's good. I never knew that. Yeah, I don't know I don't even know what generation you are, so I don't even know, like, you could be, like, older than me. I don't know. I was born in 1988. So I don't know if you know, but I also grew up with the book Der Struwwelpeter. I'm almost certain that you know what that is. Der Struwwelpeter? Der Struwwelpeter was one of my favorite guys. Oh, yeah. Eifheim. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I see. Okay, so we're literally the same generation. That's awesome. So, yeah, so I don't know, you know the book The Struwwelpeter? The Struwwelpeter is I don't know if you know. I really want to know now because I always talk about this fucking book and the stories in there, and I literally. Oh no, that's not true. That's not true. What I was about to say. Okay, so the Struwwelpeter. This is the messy Peter, and on the front of the book, so it's a book with a bunch of little stories in it that are supposed to teach like moral lessons to children, and it's a children's book, of obviously. And on the front of the cover is the Struwwelpeter, and he has the crazy hair like this. Yes! Yes, you know what's going on. And he's got the long hair and the long nails, and the Struwwelpeter. He doesn't want to get his hair combed or cut, and he doesn't want to get his nails cut, and he just wants to run around and looking like a fucking bum all the time. And his parents try and he just won't do it. I don't remember the premise of that story particularly, which is actually really rather funny. But the other stories, the one with the thumb, for instance, the kid kept on sucking on his thumb, and he kept on sucking on his thumb, and his parents said, "You better quit sucking on your thumb because the man with the big scissors will come and he will cut off your thumb." And he's like, "Shut your dumb ass up." And he keeps sucking on the thumb, and the next thing you know, here comes the big man. He's wearing a pointy hat, and he comes and he cuts off the thumb with the big scissors. End of story. That's it. Okay. So, then it was the other one. This one about racism. A bunch of little kids, right? And one of the kids is black. So the kids will make fun of the black kid. "Look at your skin color, it's black. It doesn't look like mine." Da, da, da. Will make fun of this little kid. And then it's again about something like a giant. And they say, "No, don't do that. Don't do that. The giant man will come and he will punish you for that." Oh, wow. I didn't stop until I was 10, but mine are good. But I had an overbite like this, like it was forward. So I had to get orthodontic work or whatever it's called. I had to get braces and everything. Not my teeth weren't really crooked, but my jaw, my front teeth and my jaw was forward. So that whole thing had to come back. Yeah, it's good. You know, they did a good job. But anyway, so then the story ends there where the big man comes. It's like a giant, like a Juten, right? And he comes, but he's not like a Juten because he's like an actual person, but he's just really big. And he takes each one of the little kids and he dunks them in a jar of ink. Each one of them dunks them in a jar of ink. And then look, and then they're all black, and then all the kids are like, "Damn. We made fun of this kid for being black. Now we're all black." You know, that's like the premise. I know all the stories in there. There's also the story about the little girl that played with the fire. She had the two cats, and the parents left her at home by herself, and they said, "Do not play with the matches and do not play with the lighter." And as soon as the parents left, she wanted to play with the matches and the lighter, and the cats meow, 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 meow. They meow at her. I don't know if they're called Meats and Moutzi, I believe. But they're two like Siamese. In the book, they look Siamese, I think. And they tell her, "Don't touch the fire. Don't touch the fire. You will set yourself on fire." And it's like a rhyme, you know? It's like a rhyme. And she's like, "No, no, no." And she plays with the fire and she sets herself on fire. She burns to ashes, and all that's left of her are little tiny shoes. Dead. Then we have the story about the hunter. The hunter keeps going out, and the hunter keeps shooting rabbits and brings them home to eat, to cook and eat. And one day, the hunter goes out, and he tries to shoot a rabbit, but that rabbit attacks the hunter, and the rabbit steals the gun from the hunter. And now the rabbit literally sits at the dinner table with his family, and like, I don't remember exactly how it ends, but it's like they might be eating the hunter or whatever. Then the other story, that Oh, the one with the guy that had the umbrella open, and he just wouldn't close the umbrella, so he flew away into the wind. That was kind of a little weird. But the one story that I really liked the most was about der Suppen. Wie hieß es denn? Der Suppenpeter? The soup kid. The kid about the soup. He eats dinner with his family, and he has a soup in front of him, and he just won't eat the soup. And the parents say, you must eat your soup. You will not get anything else. You got to eat your soup, because if you don't eat your soup, you're going to be starving. He's like, I don't want to eat my soup. And this keeps going on, and he gets thinner and thinner and thinner, and then he really is so thin that he dies because he wouldn't eat a soup. I think there's a couple more. But anyway, I love all of the stories. And also, a big thing in Europe are nursery rhymes, right? But they're all brutal and fucking violent. You probably know the Hoppe Hoppe Reiter song. Hoppe Hoppe Reiter, wenn fällt, dann schreit fällt in den Graben, fressen ihn die Raben, fällt in den Sumpf, dann macht der Reiter plumps. It's fucked. And guess what? My band's song, Rabenfraß, is based on this particular nursing rhyme. And I changed it and made it more grim, right? The lyrics more grim, but it is literally, translated. I don't know if anybody's even still in here. It just has one, but could be others in here still. Hoppe Hoppe Reiter, wenn fällt, dann schreit talks about like jumping the rider. When he falls, he screams. Hoppe Hoppe Reiter, wenn fällt, dann schreit When he falls into the ditch, fällt in den Graben. Then the ravens eat him, fressen ihn die Raben. When he falls into the swamp, fällt in den Sumpf. And that's where the cute part comes. Then the rider goes like plums, we say in German. It'd be like, then the rider goes like what you do is like you open your legs and you kind of let the kid fall, from your lap a little bit, but you hold it and you make it like cute and funny, because the whole time you hold the kid like this, on the knees, and then when you say the macht der Reiter plums, and then you let it kind of like fall down, and then the kid's like, so yeah, I remember that. But it's a visual thing, you really envision the ravens eating that guy in the ditch. It's awesome. We're hard. We Europeans are hard. we are the Vikings. We have really maintained that whole thing. We have maintained that through the ages. We're in the here in North America, this thing's there's no more of that. It's very much softened, these things, and I understand, people are all about this offending, and you want to be more understanding and more considerate and respectful of each other. There's nothing wrong with that. That's not what I'm getting at. But what I'm getting at is that we still, we cannot shun our eyes and close our eyes from the horrors and the truths and the nature of the world, and its creatures and its humans, and it's everything, and I do think that we were raised differently, a little bit, and I don't know, we're not flousy and flaky. We're very much to our roots, and I don't know, very like thick-blooded, you know what I mean? We're not so easily shaken, or so quick to jump to conclusions, or we are really I don't know, it's not coming to me how to really express what I'm thinking right now, but it doesn't matter anyway, because I think I'm gonna go for tonight, guys. But I really do want to say, wow, what a good stream. Thank you so much, everybody. I had such a good time. Kelly, awesome. Like, I love when you come in, because you always have something to say where I'm like, yes, I love that you just brought that up, it's totally cool. But I really, okay, I want to thank everybody that was in here. So we had, of course, Kelly. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the bits and everything. Wolf Tamer, thank you so much. It's been a minute. Thank you for subscribing again, and thank you for being here. Cool. Um, then we had Banished was here. Banished was here. Thank you for that. Mara was here. Florida Metal was here quickly. Zagros was here. Emily was here. Yesterday I forgot to say thank you to Scooby. I feel so bad about that, but sorry, Scooby. I say it tonight instead. Who else? Who else was in here? I feel like Nay. Thank you, Nay. You were in here. Yep, Nay was in here. I think I covered everybody. If I forgot anybody, I'm sorry, guys. Please forgive me. I always try to really say bye to everybody, and you know, show my appreciation to everybody. If I forgot you, I'm really sorry, but I will be back Friday. So I will be back Friday. I thank you so much, guys. Wow, what a good stream. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming. I will be back Friday. Until then, you know, don't forget to mourn those in spiritual turmoil. And I say tschüss, zdravo, and bye.